an addict. That's what's up. That's what's up. First, I want to thank One Voice for the event that they put on. I tell you what, I see them on Facebook, and they are the most motivated group I have seen. Woo! Let's get it. Thanks to One Voice. Come on now. Yeah. There you go. My name's Kim, and I'm an addict. I want to start with something that hopefully gets your attention. I want to read something for those, if there is any here, that stigmatize addiction. Sometimes I still do today. And I'll tell you what I mean by that later. Before casting judgment on an addict, imagine the despair. Imagine what it must feel like to believe there is no other option. To just sit there all alone on the floor with a needle in your arm, in front of the toilet, knowing that you might just lose everyone you love. Everything you've worked for years. And in fact, you might just welcome that. We need love, not more fuel poured on the fire of our self-loathing. We are not choosing despair. For us, it is not a choice. We do not want to suffer. We want to be happy just like everyone else. We do not see any other option. Loving us does not mean accepting destructive behavior or enabling our addiction, but it does mean having compassion rather than disdain. So much is at stake. This truly is a life or death situation. This holds new weight for me today. I'm going to hit just a little bit on what it was like. I think we all know how to get high. We've all been there. We're in these seats. I did a lot of dope with a lot of people in a lot of places. Again, I did a lot of dope with a lot of people in a lot of places. That earned me my seat. I've got 5 kids. I've got 5 grandbabies. I grew up in the motorcycle world. I heard somebody, one of the speakers, talking about Harley Davidsons. Yeah, and that's just how it was. You know, mine's better than yours. See, I demanded respect. I didn't earn it. I always know that I didn't want to be me. I always wanted to be just like someone else. I've had the 5-bedroom homes paid off. I didn't lose them. They're in the same spot that I was before I smoked. I gave away cars. I put dope man's kids through college. One of those 5 kids came to me one day. Now, let me say, I used to get high with this child. She came to me one day. She's shaking. She's pooing. She's crying, saying, "Mom, I don't know what's wrong with me." I took one look at her. Dope fiend knows a dope fiend. She's going through withdrawals. I'm like, you know what? This. I'm over it. I went and I admitted myself into treatment. The only time I look back is like right now when I give it to y'all. To give y'all hope, to show you where I've been and where I am today. Speed it up, about 6 months clean, I found this child. She had overdosed. At 6 months clean. Thank God. I did come from, I still am, a fellowship baby. Thank God I had a foundation. I had somebody to call. What do I do? What do I do? Because you know where we come from, we don't want to snitch. But you know what? Where we are today, that is not snitching. Snitching is when you're on the street. Today we're clean. Anyway, she came out of that. I found her at about a year. I was about a year and a half old. Found her again. It got so bad, got to the point that she moved in with my parents. We took the kids, right? How many people in here have ever overdosed? How many people in here have ever said, "I'm not going to die"? Right. I remember telling my daughter she overdosed. I'm still getting bills today from her overdoses. One after another. As soon as she got out of the hospital, she was high again. I'm not mad at her. I did the same thing. How many times did she call the ambulance on me? I said, "Baby, you got to stop. You're going to die." She would say, "Mom, no, I'm not. I'm not going to die. I wish you would quit saying that." I've had my grandchildren now for over a year. My daughter's babies. We think we don't affect anybody but us. We're only harming us. We hurt them children really, really bad. They think it is their fault why we are getting high. My grandson has asked me, do you think Mommy meant for it to be this way? February 6th. Now let me back it up. My mom always told me that I took things from her. We all took stuff, right? She said, no, baby, I'm not talking about material stuff. I'm talking about them nights I stayed up at night waiting for that phone call because you took my peace of mind. I know exactly what she means. February 6th at 10:47 p.m., I got that phone call. It was a coroner. That daughter that said, Mom, I wish you would quit saying I'm going to die, overdosed. This time, the Narcan didn't bring her back. February 8th, I went on TV and I just let it all out. See, if we don't tell our stories, how are we going to give other hope? And I heard somebody talking about anonymity. Anonymity, I had this misconception once until I started working where I did. Anonymity is, if I go to the store and I see y'all at the store, I'm not going, hey man, how was that meeting? It's not to call nobody else out. That's not to say we are to be silent. By being silent, that's how we allow other people to define us. Speak up. I'm here to put a face on recovery. I'm not here to talk about addiction. I want to talk about recovery.
Yes. Yeah.
If my daughter passing would have been the perfect opportunity to get high. If I would have had a reservation. If I don't want to get high. I don't want to fucking get high no more. Because I know I'm going to die. I'm not saying that it won't happen. All I got to do is lack up on my spirituality and I'm hit. But I know if I take one hit, it's never going to be one hit for me. Y'all's going to bury me. That's it. End of discussion. April 6th of 2017, I took a 60-day token from my daughter. She finally has 60 days clean. I put a newcomer's chip in her hand before I put her in the ground. These children are asking me questions and I will not lie. They asked me, what did she die from? But see, I tried to smooth it over and I said, baby, I don't know. I ain't got the death certificate back, so I don't know. How many people when they were getting high thought they were getting heroin?
Yeah.
You know what was on the death certificate? There was no heroin. Fentanyl, morphine, and cocaine. Boom. I was at an event last year, Lives Lost to Addiction. The head DEA was there as the keynote speaker. They went and bought some dope in Indianapolis, took it back, tested it, 100% fentanyl. This disease wants to kill you. This disease wants your children. This disease wants your home, your car. It wants even your soul. And by God, if you keep going, it will take it. It will take it. I'm here to put a face on recovery. I made this flyer up. See, I can sit in self-pity and wham, 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 my daughter died, and then the next thing you know, there's going to be a pipe hanging in my mouth, and I'm going to be saying, how in the hell did I get here? Or I can turn it around and use it to help other people. I turned around and used her funeral as a message. I knew all her friends were good. Hell, her dope man even called me, asking me if he could come. Bring it. As long as you're doing right, bring it. There have been several people, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but several people. I have to use every opportunity, everything, every weapon I have to fight this disease, because if I don't, it's going to win. I have to educate these grandbabies because I don't want this cycle to repeat itself. I don't want my grandbabies to go through the shit that I had to go through.
Tell them, girl.
I don't want that to happen. And if we don't stand our grounds and speak up, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to your kids. I refuse. I will not lie to them grandbabies. I won't tell it. And it hurts to hear their wails. Almost every night we cry because they think it's their fault. I have this one profound picture that somebody took for me, and look, here's the anonymity. You can't see his face, so he's protected. But he's standing there as the casket is being lowered into the ground, right? And tears are running down his face. And I said, baby, we can go sit in the car. You don't have to stand here. And he said, no, Mama. I said, baby, are you okay? He said, no, Mama. But he would not move. See, it's what I teach these kids is how they are going to act and react. I want to thank all the speakers that spoke before me. You guys did an awesome job, especially you. Thank God. God bless you. You keep coming. It takes a lot of guts to get up here and do something like this. It takes a lot. And to see you just, my daughter was in Harbor Lights. I had this insert inside my daughter's obituary, and on the other side it's in memory of my daughter. There are some phone numbers of some of the A1 board members that if anybody needs help, reach out. United we stand, divided we stagger. Hola. My name's Kim, and I am an addict.